What's going on, everybody? I'll be right with you. Just enjoy the beautiful view for a second, and then I'll come on camera and start talking to you. I want to make sure that I am actually on the proper Ethernet connection so we can have a really good connection today. And then I'll get to it, everybody. Let's see. Thunderbolt connected. I like it. We're good. I'm coming at you. What's going on, people? I know it's a little weird to be talking without me, but here I am. It's a lovely day, and I thought, you know what, let's hang out at the pond. I'm going to go ahead and get my phone set up right now so I can answer your guys' questions when you start chatting with me. So bear with me here as I get this done, and then I'll be able to communicate with you guys. Pretty stoked, man. Lots going on. Just want to say thanks. First off, thanks to everyone that's been ordering tortoises. We have many more tortoises left, a lot of sulcatas. We have some cherry heads left, redfoots, elongated. And also thanks for everyone buying t-shirts. It really helps us out. And I also want to say a special shout out to the folks that have become patrons. That's just been really fantastic. We've been doing it for about 1 week, and we really love the support you guys have been showing for the channel. If you don't know what Patron is, go ahead and check it out in the description below. You can get involved with Kamp Kenan, help us out, make a donation, and then this way we can continue to bring you content, answer your questions, and feed the turtles, which is what we're doing here today. So check it out, everybody. I am trying to get online here so I can talk to y'all. Here's the live chat, and let me just go ahead and mute myself. All right, everyone's here. What's up, man? Good to see everybody. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down and show y'all what's going on here. So I figured it'd be fun to kind of hang out outside and bring all the turtles around. We got a couple of different species, and I'll just start grabbing some out and start talking to you guys. But first, let's give to a little shout outs to everybody here. Let's see. Dave Fulton, I love my turtles too, brah. So we're gonna bring them all over here. It's fun when you do things at the pond, and man, this camera, I need to get a wide angle lens so you guys can kind of see everybody. Let's see, what else? Who else is going on? Weaponsman, hello from the Netherlands, he says. What's up, man? Hello from South Florida. We got a lot of turtles in here. First one, if you guys look, I think you'll be able to see it. You see this one right here? It's a snapping turtle. That's a little Florida snapper that lives in the pond right now. And it's a female, and she's kind of eating some pellets. And I'm actually feeding these guys crocodile diet, which is basically the same exact thing as Missouri's freshwater turtle diet. And I wanted to talk about water turtles today because, you know, we spend a lot of time discussing old tortoises, you know what I'm saying? And basically, you know, I want to talk about water turtles because I love them too. You know, basically most of them I keep out here in the big pond. And many of you are going to have to do this in aquariums or in large tubs, things like that. And some of the basic things you really need to learn about when you're dealing with water turtles is cleanliness, water quality. If you can keep their water clean and you can keep it drained and or filtered, that's really going to help you cut down on any kind of drama. You know, so you want to make sure that that's the first thing you think about. And so many times, you know, you go to a reptile show or you go to the pet store and you'll see red-eared sliders for sale, and those turtles are usually $5. Especially at these reptile shows down here in Florida. And what people don't understand is you can spend $5 on this little guy, but you're gonna need, in order to raise that animal up, you're gonna need to spend a couple $100s on the aquarium, the filter, the lighting, the basking area, some decorations to make the animal feel secure, hiding areas. Yes, even turtles need hiding areas to feel secure when they jump on off their basking area. First thing they do is they dive to the bottom of the tank and they look for some place to take cover. So that's important to do. Let's get some more of these turtles out here, man. I want to kind of I saw some of the Hillary and some of the other ones. So it's important, guys. It's important to make sure that you keep those animals clean, because if you just buy them, spend $5, you think you got a cheap disposable pet. That's just not the case. You're going to need to do it right. All right, let's say hello to Danielle Nau from Hawaii. Right on. Who else is out there? Good question. Spickle Dan, did I dig my pond or is it natural? Out here in South Florida, where I live in an area that has, you know, it's kind of a lower area. And what they've done out here, folks, is they dig these ponds, okay? I'm on 2.5 acres, so they dig the pond and they take all the land to fill that created the pond, and they kind of put a platform down and they build the house on top of that to kind of raise it above the water table. So in case there's a flood, you're high and dry. So this pond it's natural in the way it's got a natural bottom, but it is man-made. What happens is we're in the dry season right now. We're at the tail end of our dry season. So what happens is, you know, the water levels get low. So where I'm standing, you guys can see it's kind of like a beach. I'm going to pan the camera and show you guys what the deal is. Woo, and I need to eat. God, I got up too quick. I got a little dizzy. I might faint here, folks. But anyway, you see where the water level is there? But if you look, as I pan the camera, you can kind of see where the high water mark is right there. So that's the high water mark. In the summertime, when we have a lot of frequent rains in the afternoon here in our subtropical climate, that's when we're able to, I scared that big old Grandis. That's when we are able to keep these ponds filled up. I want to make sure I'm still in view. All right, so it's really cool, man. Let's see, what else do we got here? Yeah, they're looking pretty good, man. They're looking good, Bobby Welchert. They're looking good. I want to get them close, and I'll pull one out, and I'll kind of show you what's what. Here's a big Hyosemis grandis. And a lot of the pond turtles I have here, guys, are animals that are kind of the unwanted, the rescues, if you will. These large grandis right here, these are actually Turtle Survival Alliance animals. You know, the grandis, in my opinion, are some of the most fun turtles to watch because they're very gregarious in that they're not shy. They like to come up and they'll eat on land. I find them walking around land all the time. And they're probably the most numerous turtle that I have here in the pond. And a lot of zoos can't really facilitate them because they get so large. And then the other thing is, look at this. Look at this. He's gonna ram me. He's a tough guy, right? The other thing about these is they're not the most beautifully colored. And so sometimes people think they're a drab, boring turtle. But I'm all about personality, and let me tell you, these are some really, really cool, incredible animals, man. Let's see, Bonsai Masters 101. Hi, should I bring my long-necked turtle inside during hibernation? I live in Australia, and he has started in the backyard. Well, let's see, what species is it? Is it a longicalis? Is it the eastern long-necked turtle? If you're living in southern Australia, those animals can overwinter. They do well. You know, I know they hibernate in their natural habitat. However, hibernation, even for an animal that is adapted to it, is a very stressful time. And if the animal's not healthy, if it hasn't eaten enough, if there's not enough stuff for it to burrow under, then it can actually die during hibernation. So you may want to just go for it and, you know, just go for it and bring it in. It really won't hurt the animal unless you plan on breeding it. Sometimes they need to hibernate in order to recharge the hormonal batteries, if you will, and that's what engages them or gets them going. When they come out of hibernation, they turn on, they eat, their hormones get up, and then they want to breed. So that's kind of what I would do. So let me know what species it is. Let's see, Jeppy18, I have 3 juvenile turtles, all different species. Will they interbreed? It depends. If you have yellow-bellied turtle with a a yellow-bellied slider with a red-eared slider, they can interbreed. They're the same species, they're different subspecies. Many pond turtles can hybridize if they are closely related. It depends on the types you have. Known Snake, do you have Diamondback Terrapins? I love Diamondback Terrapins. One of my favorite turtles. They're great in a large aquarium because they're such powerful swimmers. Because where they're from, they live in tidal brackish pools, right? So there's tides. So they got to swim against those powerful tides. They range from southern Maine all the way down to Mexico along the Atlantic and Gulf Coast. In this state, we have Diamondback Terrapins. Great animal. They eat a lot of different invertebrates. They're eating shrimp, they're eating mollusks, they're eating crabs. So they got powerful biting jaws. But I don't have any longer. I did have some, but I don't have any right now. Not opposed to getting some more in the future just because I love them so much, man. They're really, really cool. Let's see. How do I make my turtles eat veggies? They're not liking them. Help, please. Shahil Rawa. Now, listen, if we're talking about water turtles, most aquatic turtles when they are young, start out as carnivores, and as they grow, they then switch into a more herbivorous lifestyle, herbivorous diet. So don't sweat it too much. Always offer them some vegetation, but keep feeding them the pellets and invertebrates and small little bloodworms and other small invertebrates that those guys are going to be able to eat. Very cool. Do I have any false map turtles? No, Lawrence Robs, I don't, but I do have some common good old-fashioned map turtles floating around in this pond. Maybe we'll see one. Right now they see the camera and they think the camera is another person, so they're a little nervous. So let's see if I can pull some in, get them all in here. And again, I'm feeding these guys the Missouri tortoise diet. Let's see. Do I sell tortoises to Indiana? Selfie dude at 44. I do sell them to Indiana. If you guys are interested in getting a tortoise for me, just all you need to do is email me at kampkenan@gmail.com, and I'll send you a little price list with directions on how you can order, and you'll be all set. Let's see. Let's pull something out. I've been looking at these comments. You guys always have such great questions. I like to get those answered. Let's see. Well, Manure Flower says he has a sad story. He says his leopard tortoise, I'm imagining it's a leopard tortoise, not a leopard turtle, it drowned. That's definitely a bummer, dude. Very important to realize that tortoises are land-dwelling animals, and if they fall into water, it's very possible that they may drown. It's sad, so make sure that if you have them in your backyard and you have a pool, you have blocked off any access to the pool. Whoa, Skilling for Max. Hi from Boise, Idaho. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Hey, Jarkas, you're asking for snappers. I got one right here. Let's go ahead and show you it. Little snapper, little Florida snapper. There you go, huh? Little Florida snapping turtle, okay? So I'm going to put her back down so she can continue to eat. I don't want to upset her. She's a very well-behaved turtle. We kind of scared her away. Let's see. Man, how old are all my turtles? Jake 91 Hall. I don't know. All different ages, buddy. All different ages. And like I said, these oh, here comes a Hillari right there. That's an Argentinian snake neck, Phrynops Hillari. It's out there. If it gets close enough, guys, and I'm able to grab it, I'll try and grab it. And I wanted to grab some of the sliders, but they're being sissies. They're not coming over here. I mean, there are a lot of turtles in here, folks. Let's see, what else do we got? No Face. I live in the UK and started building a pond that is 6 by 4 and 4 foot deep. What turtle is best? It's mostly cold or cloudy. Yep, I know the weather over there in England. I've been to England. I like to say England as a joke. And I've been to England once. I went to London, Heanor, Nottingham, Manchester, and Bristol. It was in November and it was pretty cold. What I would suggest is any of the North American species of turtles are going to be able to take your winters. I don't know if they sell them over there, like painted turtles. Red-eared sliders, I know, have become established in England. You know, your yellow-bellied sliders are going to be able to survive, no worries. Oh, gosh, so many. Even the European pond turtle. That turtle is actually quite adapted to living in cooler climates. So you can go ahead and check one of those out, too. Let's see. Okay, here, Michael Pogmore. I remember you. You've shown up from time to time, buddy. Michael asks, hey, Kenan, what kind of shell skin conditions can softshell turtles get? Love your work. Thanks a lot, buddy. I really appreciate you commenting and asking that question. Softshell turtles have a little bit more sensitive shells and skin than your regular turtles. They are more prone to poor water conditions. So if you have a softshell turtle, the first thing I would recommend is don't have too many sharp, jagged-edged rocks in the aquarium or pond. I would also recommend a nice layer of aquarium sand. Spend the money, get the stuff that's good for sand, you know, aquariums. They will love you for it. They'll burrow into it, and it's so fun to watch them burrow on into the sand, and then just their eyes and snorkel will be out, and they'll wait for fish to swim by and snap them up. So fungus is also another problem. Scratches, fungus, your typical, you know, afflictions that occur in freshwater turtles. I would get a product, Google a product. All aquatic turtle keepers should keep bottles of something called acroflavin on hand. Very, very important. It really cures a lot of problems with the animal's shell and skin. You can Google it. It starts with an A. Acraflavin. 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 Very, very good product. That's a must for all you guys. Do I own red-eared slider? Here in Florida, you need to have a special permit for red-eared sliders because they're considered a nuisance animal, and you know, you got to make sure you have that. There's probably one or two here in this pond, but I do not keep them any longer. Let's see. Tim Van Eck, I only feed turtle pellets to my turtles. Is that okay? It is. Most of the freshwater turtle diets are very, very good, and the turtles do well. However, I think it's always prudent to vary the diet. So I'd add a little romaine. If you're talking about cooters or sliders, you want to make sure you give them a little romaine, escarole, some water plants are good for them to snack on. But by and large, you know, you can get away with feeding them the pellets. Because like I said, if you're buying a Zoo Med turtle diet, a Missouri turtle diet, you've got a pretty high quality pellet for your animals. All right, let's see. Let's get some more food out here for everybody. Let's see. Gosh, everyone's being shy. I thought this would be like a total hit, but these guys are being turkeys, man. Ash Ned, Slinky is doing very, very well. Thanks for asking. Been hanging out with him. Do you have any aggression with any pond turtles? Michelle Young. Yes. You know, this pond is quite large. I guess I'll show you guys. I'll do another pan so you guys can kind of see the pond itself. For those of you new to the channel, you can kind of see it's a pretty big pond. And, you know, basically, guys, you know, without sounding cruel, this is kind of like survival of the fittest in this pond. Basically, what I do is I feed them and I put the turtles in. I haven't added any more turtles. I'm not interested in getting more turtles. Every now and again, you will see some neck bites during breeding season, especially with the grandis and of it. But the pond is murky, which is good because when the turtle's getting stressed out by an aggressor, the turtle can swim only a few feet and be out of the aggressor's view. There's also like rotting logs at the bottom of this pond because I'll get in here and I'll walk around just because I do that from time to time. I'm a little strange, but you know, I like to see how things are going, see how deep the pond is. The pond is actually during the wet season about 15 foot deep, right around, and it's pretty good. So they're pretty happy. But yeah, there's aggression. As long as they have a place to escape to, it's not usually that bad. But you know, there you go. Let's see. Greetings back, Mr. Violinist Stack from Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo está? That's about as far as I go. But I'm learning Spanish. I got a really cute Spanish teacher helping me out. Pretty psyched about that. Let's see. Josh Palmer. I'd like to keep Western painted turtles in an outdoor pond in Washington. Good fit? Absolutely. If I remember correctly of my in my field guides, I always loved field guides and I love the range maps. And I do think that the Western painted painted turtle does get out to southern Canada. Excuse me, southern Canada. That's right above Washington. I don't think there'll be any problems as long as you have nice basking areas for them. They're very active basking turtles, so you need to have that basking area for them. They should do just fine, man. And as long as you're leaving them out to get acclimated all year, they can hibernate and overwinter in your ponds. What I suggest you do, start slowing down the feeding in September. Don't feed them as much. Make sure their weight is good. But, you know, when a turtle hibernates, they void the contents of their intestines. They poop and then they have nothing going on in their intestines. And that's important because you don't want them to go into hibernation while they have a full belly, because if they do, the food could potentially rot and spoil inside their gut and kind of make them septic. Oh, look behind me, guys. Can you see everyone's heads? Look at this, man. Lots of action. Lots of action here. Okay. Let's see. How to adapt an indoor turtle into a pond lifestyle, meaning going, that's Danny Dane. If I understand your question correctly, you want to know how to bring in an indoor turtle into the outdoors? Listen, if you live in an area where spring has sprung, get them out as soon as possible in the springtime. Let them be out there all summer long so they can kind of feel the changing of the season, and they can also get the photo periods, because they get cues from the length of the days. The animals, you know, can see the days are getting shorter, and that will trigger there's something called a circadian rhythm. Human beings have it also. And that's basically learning the rhythm of the photo periods or light cycles and the seasons. And when you throw off your circadian rhythm, for instance, when people go and take a long jet ride and travel, you get jet lagged, and that's messing with those rhythms. That's why your sleep is all messed up, because now you might be 12 midnight where you're from, but it's 8 a.m. in the morning in Europe, and you're like, what's going on here? Same thing with turtles. You have to try and get those photo periods set up. So I would just get them outside early in the season and let them adapt, and that'll work. Let's see. Thank you, Javier Diaz. I appreciate you watching the show, man. Thank you so much. Let's see. I don't know. What kind of fence do I have around my pond? All right, Anson Mize. By the way, guys, when I was doing TV and I had to read names, horrible. Destroy names. It's such a shame, because my name gets destroyed all the time. They call me Kevin, Kenny, Keith, but it's Kenan, not Kenan. All right? Anyway, Mr. Anson, what I have is a 1.5 foot tall, actually about an 18-inch tall fence, and it's got a very small wire, and then at the border on the bottom of it, I have like a 6-inch board, 1 by 6 inch corral board, and basically that's keeping any baby turtles that might hatch, they stay in here. All right. Frederico M from Portugal, how deep should a turtle pond be? Well, if you're doing a garden pond and you live in an area where it freezes, you want to go down at least 18 inches so that it never freezes solid, and that you always have liquid water underneath the ice. Very important if you're going to overwinter turtles or fish. So I would definitely do that. Oh man, who's donating here? I see photo. Hey man, it's Ian. Is there a way to filter the pond so it's clear for underwater video, like swimming, or is it too big, too expensive, and not beneficial for them? Hey, all right, what's up, Ian? Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you giving the donation there. No, actually, you know, I'd love to do some underwater photography in here. And actually, guys, I'm going to be heading up north to do a story on a good family friend named Luke Cray. And Luke Cray, his whole business, and you guys are going to love this story, his whole business is building huge water features, beautiful ponds using natural materials and natural filtration. He came and visited my house, and basically he told me that he can get this water in this pond crystal clear to where I can swim in this pond and do underwater photography, and that really got me psyched. It's going to cost about $25,000 to do it, but basically what you do, what I would do with a large pond this size is you have to make a long stream that kind of meanders through my property. And in that meandering, slow-moving stream, there's going to be different little oxbows or eddy plants, and they're going to naturally filter out any of the sustained sediment that's in the pond, the murkiness. It also will go down a couple waterfalls and aerate the water. So we're going to see how he does that in an upcoming episode that I think you guys are going to be really, really psyched on. So I know I am, and it's going to be really fun. Okay, do predators ever come for the turtles? Do the turtles run away? That's Spicky Dan again. You know, we get crows that eat the eggs. I'll get raccoons from time to time, but since I've put up the 3-pronged wire fence, like 3 electric wires running around the fence, I've cut down on all that drama. So I'm pretty excited about that. So you don't have to worry about that. No more land-based predators getting in. Fox have come in, raccoons have come in. Prior to the electric fence, they've eaten some turtles and eggs. You know, hawks can be a problem, but I've got everything under control as far as that situation. Look at this. This snapping turtle is awesome. I love snapping turtles. You see how they just tame up? She just comes, she waits for a little meal, and I give it to her. Snapping turtles are probably my favorite aquatic turtle. They were very plentiful in Long Island where I grew up, and it was really cool to see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I want to find another good thing. Chloe Hernandez has an interesting. It's not about water turtles, but Chloe seems to have a turtle that ate some hair. Kenan, my tortoise has hair in its body. He tried to poop, but the hair didn't come out. Will it damage him? If he's pooping normally and he's moving his feces as normal, I wouldn't worry. If he has not pooped in a long time, I'd go to a vet and have an x-ray and see what's going on with him, because he might be bound up. Let's see. The Badiger of Finnis, who asked? I don't know who asked about that. Mike Titula, how are the Badiger of Finnis doing? They're doing well. You know, maybe I'll do a bonus video next week about them and put it up on the Patreon or on Sunday. But yeah, man, we're definitely doing well with those guys. I'm happy about it. Let's get some pond. I'm trying to get these scaredy cats way out here fed. Let's see. Let's see, everybody. We're going to wind this up here because I have an exciting thing to do tonight, guys. I don't know if any of you guys are going to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but I'm pretty geeked out. Me and Crocodile Kyle are going, and it's going to be really, really cool because, well, I like that movie. I like superhero movies, so I'm pretty pumped, man. Hope some of you guys are going. Maybe I'll do a little live chat from the on my Facebook from the theater before the movie starts. We can kind of geek out about Marvel movies. Let's see. Back to turtles, though. Let's see. Is it normal for turtle tortoise to eat gravel? You know, sometimes they'll do that. It's not normal. I don't like it at all. I don't use gravel for that reason, so they can't really eat it. It usually indicates that they're lacking some kind of nutrient, like calcium. So make sure their calcium intake is good. And that's important to be on. Let's see. What other questions do we got? Mindless Revenge. He wants to know how many fly river turtles do I have? And I actually have three fly river turtles in 2 separate ponds. Let's see. Connor Pitchford. I am not allowed to buy any alligator snapping turtles here in the state, but I am allowed to possess 1 per adult per household. And I will have 1 for educational purposes. I'll be getting that in a few weeks, and I'll be sure to do a video with the alligator snapper. Let's see. I'm looking for some good questions, folks. Joey Hackett. I don't know how many turtles are in this pond. It's definitely over 100. But I'm not trying to like have so many turtles. I'm just trying to keep them healthy and do that, you know? So it's not about how many. Let's see. Isn't aquariums bad for turtles? Ryan Williams asks. No, turtles are aquatic. They can live in water. The aquariums don't bother them at all as long as you have a large aquarium. Tortoises live on land. Aquariums are no good because when they see out of the aquarium, they always try and pace and get out. You know, just make sure for aquatic turtles, you have large aquariums and good filtration. I love the, I really like the fluval pumps, the fluval filters, the canister filters, very, very good ones. And Zoomed makes a good turtle clean filter as well. Let's see. Yanel Iglesias, how you doing there, pal? I haven't seen you in a little while. Thanks for watching. It was nice to meet you up in Tampa. How about a fly river turtle? Well, I don't have any in this pond because this pond gets too cold, so they're in with the Badiger. That pond is able to stay warmer in the winter because those turtles don't like cold at all. And basically, I can heat the water, keep the water warm by running my well. So I'll have to do another video some other time with a fly river turtle. In fact, guys, a lot of you liked the swimming with Slinky video that we did on Sunday. Well, don't worry, because we have plenty more of those videos coming, and one of them is a fly river turtle. So stay tuned. For those of you waiting to see fly river turtles, you're going to see them underwater. No Face, what's up, dude? Thanks for your help. I live in London as well. All right, man. I've been to London. I went to Piccadilly Circus, and I also went over to, I stayed in an area called Clapham? I don't know, man. I was hanging out with my buddy DJ Rap, really great DJ, drum and bass, house, cool lady, good friend. So that was kind of fun, man. Hanging out with a little bit of a DJ celebrity in London was kind of fun. I kind of like house music, not afraid of the techno. I like the groove. What can I say? Don't get out to the clubs much these days, but I like our music. George Turner asks, what kind of incubator do I use? Well, I use Sea Serpents Hotbox incubators. Chris at Sea Serpents is a great guy. Call him up. Tell him you saw this video and that Kenan sent you his way. So that's C as in the letter C, Serpents incubators, Hotbox incubators. Google them. Great guys. Many different size incubators. All right, Venomous Reports EU. Hi, Kenan. We really need some help with this one, mate. Is it dangerous to have fake plants with yellow belly slider in case of eating? You know what? I would pull those plants out. I always see them nibbling on them. No bueno, man. That's my Spanish too. Look at that. I'm flexing my Spanish muscles. I would take them out. It's just not worth the risk. So that's my advice, guys. Nothing artificial in the enclosure. What else? What else? What else? Man, guys. I'm still going here. Oh, wait, I think I touched this. Let's get back down. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Gosh, guys, there's a lot of questions down here. All right, now I'm all caught up. Hi, Kenan. I have a, wait. Let's see. Do they hibernate in Florida? Ryan Guzik. No. They don't do a true lengthy months-long hibernation. However, we do get cold spells, and the turtles need to be able to go dormant for a few weeks or maybe a week or so. They need to be cold tolerant. So all the native Florida species are definitely cold tolerant here. Some of the Asian species, for some reason, these grandis are just tough turtles, very adaptive. Even though they come from a place that doesn't really get cold in Asia, they are able to take the cooler temperatures. Now, guys, I'm talking about a night or two in the 40s, okay? I'm not talking about sustained, like months-long cold weather. I'm talking about cold snaps, okay? It always rises back up into the 60s, 70s the next day. So as long as the turtles can get out on the bank, their shells are dark. You can see the grandest shell is dark. That just absorbs the heat really quick, gets their body temperature up, and therefore helps them out, man. War 438 Lord, are you going to open your collection up to the public like a zoo? Guys, you know what? One of my dreams is to be able to have the public see the animals here at Kamp Kenan. I cannot do that on my property. But guys, we're trying to build a movement. I'm trying to build this up. I know right now we're kind of a mom and pop channel. We just crossed 100,000 subs. The dream would be to get big enough to be able to get involved. We do have some ideas, Kyle and I, along with some other friends, about having a certain number of our animals open to a public viewing. So basically, to do that, though, it's going to take some resources, some money. So I'm saving my money. I'm working hard out here, guys, trying to get this channel to be, successful. And that's what I do. I would open up an area of Kamp Kenan somewhere else where it's zoned. There's zoning laws where you guys can kind of come. We can meet. We can have programs. We can do things in the public, and that would be really fun. I think that would be a cool dream. So there you go. Let's see, guys. I'm going to take just a couple more because I got to get going. Kelvin Wu. Hey, Kenan, have you been to Burma? No, but I absolutely would love to go and see the Burmese mountain tortoise, the Burmese star tortoise, all those animals in their natural habitat. It's so great when you get out there into the field where some of these animals you keep are from, because then you can really see how the land is and what plants are out there and get ideas. So when you come home, you can kind of mimic that kind of habitat. All right, let's see. Hey, guys, don't forget that I'm going to be at the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary June 24th, emceeing Croc Fest. So I really hope to see you guys at Croc Fest. Any of you folks that live within a few hours drive, come on down June 24th to the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary. Help support the Cuban crocodile and research of the Cuban crocodile in Cuba. So I'd love to see you guys there. Please come say hello to me. I'll be hanging out all day long. I'll be on the mic. I'll be shaking hands. I'll be signing autographs. We have a lot of prizes to give out. It's going to be a lot of fun. So there you go. All right, guys, listen. I'm going to get this done. Alex Groff, can map turtles live with mud turtles? Sure, why not? Map turtles are better swimmers though, so make sure that you have a sloping area so the mud turtles can crawl out easy. Michelle, see you later. Thanks for saying goodbye. Guys, I always have fun doing these videos. We did 35 minutes today. I hope you don't mind. I hope I answered some of your questions. Don't forget to support us on Patreon. Check out the Patreon page, very important. If you want a Kamp Kenan shirt, go to kampkenan.com, click on the store. And of course, guys, if you're interested in the tortoise, we have sulcatas. We have a few different species left.